We're gonna start the program now. May we have everyone in the front and celebrate the 120th Philippine Independence Day with us. Today marks another milestone in Toronto's Filipino community as we set foot to another landmark in the city of North York, Bathurst and Wilson, unofficially known as Little Manila. And now we would like to welcome our podium guests. First, I'd like to call on the Philippine Cultural Community Center Board of Directors. Please come forward. With escort, Miss Manila First Runner-up Clarice Bukaw. Second runner-up, Crystal Castillo. I'd like to call on the Toronto Police Service, headed by Acting Inspector Smith on behalf of the Toronto Police Chief of Police. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for our loving Mayor, Mayor John Tory, escorted by Mutya ng Manila. Oh, where is she? Okay, it's Miss Philippines PIDC Canada. Thank you. And now, another another couple, not couple, but our loving MPs, Michael Levitt and Mr. Marco Mendocino, members of Parliament for Lawrence Eglinton, Marco Mendocino. And followed by MP Michael Levitt of York Centre. Our Knights of Rizal with Area Commander Joe Damasco and Knights of Rizal.
I'm Mayor of Toronto, and I'm in supporters of the Taste of Manila Festival, and well respected in the Filipino community. Please welcome His Worshipful Sir, Mayor John Tory.
Consul Mendoza and my friends in public life and ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you for that most rousing introduction. I'll try to live up to that, but I should say that I'm here, and I hope you'll have a chance to hear from them. I'm here with my partners in public life because we are partners together in trying to honor this community and in trying to build a great city here. And I'm speaking, of course, of Marco Mendocino and Michael Levitt and Rob Oliphant, who are federal members of Parliament. And I should tell you that since they got elected, and we all got elected around the same time, we've been working well together to try and get transit built and do things to make for a better city here. And we've worked very well with them. And I'm looking forward to having Roman Bobber join the Toronto Partnership very shortly when he gets sworn in. He's part of a new government that's been elected, and the job for all of us is to work together to get things done for Toronto. And of course, I have the help as mayor of all of my councillors, but of course in particular today, Councillor James Pasternak, who is so enthusiastic in his representation of this area, and indeed in the creation of this very garden that we have here. This was again a team effort where all of us knew who had any interaction with this wonderful community I'm going to talk for a couple of minutes about, and with this place, which is so special, that we should do something like this here. And I just said to James, I noticed that the flagpoles are not yet permanent, so James and I are going to get to work to make the flagpoles permanent so that we can have the Canadian and Filipino flags flying here all the time, because this is supposed to be a mabuhay garden. It's supposed to be on the outskirts of Little Manila, which, as we all know, is right over there, and that's something I think that would be quite appropriate to have these flags here all the time, and there's no reason why that couldn't be the case. I want to extend my warm greetings to all of you and to everybody, including those from the consulate and everybody else here today on the 120th Filipino Independence Day, which of course is coming this week, and I'm looking forward to the ceremony that will take place at the City Hall, as it has for a number of years, commemorating that very same thing. I just came this morning, I did, as you can see, change my clothes from the Portuguese Day Parade that took place downtown. And it was interesting because I was commenting there on the fact that some of the bedrock communities that came here early on in the big waves of immigration that came to Canada included people from Italy and from Portugal, as an example, maybe back in the 40s and 50s. But here we are today in 2018, where the single biggest group coming into Canada, I think in 2 of the last 3 or 4 years, has been from the Philippines. And what a blessing that is for us in this great country. We now have one of the largest Filipino communities in the world outside of the Philippines, right here in Toronto. And so this day, coming up, your Independence Day, is a day in which we can celebrate not only the independence 120 years ago, but also communities around the world of Filipinos and the deep roots that they've established here and the wonderful contributions they make. We almost couldn't list all the areas in which there are contributions being made each and every day, whether it's in business or the arts and culture, healthcare. And as I describe it, the great trio that this community really stands out in for me, which is food, faith, and fun. And by fun, I was saying to Marco Mendocino that when I first ran for public office in 2003, nobody told me that one of the rites of passage I would have to go through as a candidate is to show up in some of the karaoke bars up Bathurst Street and other streets and sing. And so I think it was probably the first and the last times that I've ever sung in public. Nobody would want me to sing in public, but I picked a song, and I kept doing it sort of over and over again when called upon. But it was a lot of fun, and the people were so warm and so gracious to me as somebody they were getting to know, and that has continued right through to today, some 15 years later. We are a better city because of the hard work and because of the contributions of faith and fun and all the other contributions that are made by this community as it continues to grow and grow. And so it is a very proud thing for all of us to be here to raise the two flags, because I know from my extensive interaction with the Filipino community here that you are proud of both flags. You are proud of your roots, but you're also proud of the country that you've chosen to make your home. I see this time after time. Another thing I didn't know before I got to know this community better was the love for basketball. And I go to the tournaments, one on Victoria Day and one a little later on in the summer. Hundreds of kids. And that's the other thing, again, I should have added in a family to that. Food, faith, fun, and family. But the kids are all there with their parents. There are hundreds of kids and hundreds of parents. And it isn't about basketball, it is a little bit, but it's just about being together. And it's about having a little bit of friendly competition, again, to celebrate the great country and the great city we live in, but also to celebrate the great country that you have roots in. And so it is a source of pride for us to be here to raise the flag, and it's a source of pride for us to be here in this garden, in this seating area, known as the Mabuhay Welcome Gardens, because that too was meant to acknowledge the wonderful role, the wonderful contributing role that this community has made for itself in the life of this city. And of course, all around here is evidence of the business contribution, the economic contribution I made reference to our businesses of all different kinds that cater to all of us, because for all of us we've discovered the food and discovered all the other things that are a part of being a Filipino, and there's nothing better than getting a taste of that cuisine here when we have the Taste of Manila on Bathurst Street in the summertime. It really is. I haven't been to the Philippines yet, although I'm planning to go if I can get my... Well, I'll tell you what, even if I'm not re-elected, I'll have more time to go, so I'll go to the Philippines regardless. But may I just say to you that on behalf of the City Council, my colleague James Pasternak, all the other members of the City Council, I wish you all a very happy Independence Day. We are celebrating not just your independence, but we are celebrating you. And we are celebrating the kind, compassionate, hardworking, wonderful people that we are so privileged to have as part of our citizenry here in the city of Toronto. And I hope many more come in the years to come, and that we're here for many more years to celebrate not only Independence Day, but Taste of Manila and a whole host of other things that go with you being a part of what I believe is the greatest city and the greatest country in the world. Thank you very much. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang Canada.